Hey, good people. Welcome to Coffee Circle. Grab your coffee. Take a breath. Let's start the week. Have you ever wanted to move simply because standing still felt too uncomfortable? Sometimes we're not waiting because God forgot us. Sometimes we're waiting because He's building us right where we're standing. There's position before promotion. Let's just talk about my content. I have bajillions of content spanning over the years. Some things I've literally forgot. Some things God leads me back to. But it's really come to my realization this weekend that House of Jubilee is more than just House of Jubilee that sells products. House of Jubilee creates experiences, but House of Jubilee is a publishing company. And I am talent, director, producer, all of the things. But I'm not doing it alone. I'm doing it with Kingdom. But just that in itself provided the structure. And I'm like, okay, now everything is getting positioned. Now everything has a house, the separate houses, but now they have rooms. And now that they have rooms, I can say, no, you go to your room. You don't come out until I'm finished with this project. And it's given me a sense of fresh air, like relief. Like, okay, this is actually manageable, Elizabeth. This needs structure. Pause. That doesn't mean we go activate this right now. Also, with basketball, I have never intended, once again, if you have not heard the story, I did not intend to go and sign up to be a basketball coach. I, Elizabeth Frazier, went in to go sign up for pickleball. It was resonating in my spirit. I was like, it's exciting. It's something I can do. I can go hang around other adults and not Hudson. I can work out. It'll be fun. It'll be a way for me to use my brain to learn a new skill because there's rules and regulations, blah, 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 blah. I can wear cute outfits. Like, that's where I was with it. Well, I go in and end up walking out. She's like, oh, would you ever consider coaching the basketball team? I signed Hudson up. She's like, would you ever consider coaching? I'm like, no. But then it hits me, girl, you better say yes. There's a reason. So I was like, yeah, why not? As I'm laughing. And then, long story short, pickleball ends up getting canceled. So don't even get to do it. Then they say, could you be an assistant coach? I'm like, sure, why not? Oh no, actually, can you be a coach? I'm like, okay, sure, why not? I'm just going with the flow. I'm rolling with the cadence. Then I start out with 8 players, goes up to 9, drops back down to 8. Then he emails and says, hey, a parent loves you. Like, they want to join your team. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm for it. Goes up to not just 1 extra, 3 more. So now we're at 11. And I'm just laughing this whole time because clearly God has gotten. I went in to sign up for pickleball. Now we're 3 games in. And I'm realizing that it's not only promotion because I've been promoted to a coach and coaching a team. I actually love it. Being able to see the growth in the littles from week 1 to week 3. Being able to see the growth in Elizabeth, Coach Frazier, from week 1 to week 3. I'm coaching them, and then no later, I can be like in my car coming home and gotta be like, you know what you said to her? That was for you. I'm like, oh, you're right. You get it. I get it. And it's same thing as coaching artists and coaching staff, but it's little. Same thing as teaching jewelry. It all aligns, but it's just God will position you before the promotion to align you in other things that are coming. I've also met some beautiful, wise people. I like to call them wise individuals. I don't like to call them seniors. I don't like to call them old people because they have so much wisdom. It's like when they speak, baby, you better hush. Either you're going to laugh during the process because they just say what they want to say. Okay, they've earned it. And they will tell you, I've earned the right to say what I want to say. May not agree with it, but they have. But they have so much knowledge and wisdom. And like when they talk, it's like they're letting you know things. And it's all about this. So it's like I might jot in a question or, put in a question. But it's just wisdom and knowledge and understanding. And I love it. I love it. And I meet them in the most random, everyday, natural places, but I always leave filled. I always leave more knowledgeable. I always leave knowing that was divine alignment. And these are not things that I've chased. I've chased none of these opportunities and none of these things. They've literally just happened because I've been faithful in the process and on the path of where I'm supposed to be. Roots grow before fruit. What do you mean, Elizabeth? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's talk about it. I've been going to the gym. I've been working out. I've been eating right. Chris, I gave him a Rice Krispie that they gave me for the basketball. And I was like, no, babe, I don't want it. You eat it. So he's like, it don't taste right. Taste it. I was like, no, I'm good. He's like, well, it's just different. You sure? I was like, no, I'm good. If something's wrong with it, just toss it. I don't want to try it. I don't want to activate. I've been dealing with sugar. I haven't had a dum-dum. I've been focused, okay? And the scale is not scaling. It's doing its own thing. The shorts are not shorting. They doing their own thing. I actually feel like I'm getting bigger than smaller, but you know what? I'm going to consistently be going. I'm going to notice that the roots are building. I'm showing up more consistently. I am breathing better. I am being more consistent in my eating. So eventually it has to have a harvest. Eventually there always will be fruit due to the consistency of developing the roots. Also, let's just talk about in my business. I'm like, really, God? What am I doing? Really, God? It's like, Elizabeth, do you trust me? Elizabeth, I'm like, you know what? I do. He said, do an audit of the website. I did it. I found a couple errors that I didn't know were there. And he's like, Elizabeth, do you trust me? And I'm like, thank you. I get it. I don't want to have customer service issues. And I don't even know how them small little things happen because I double and triple check my work. But the lesson is that needs to be in weekly rotation. We need to do weekly inventory audits of the site. We need to do weekly inventory audits of present inventory. And it's as I'm developing these systems and building these SOPs and allowing myself to hone in and focus on core products and things that need to get switched out. I know that in building that consistency, building those things, that roots are rooting, that they are developing, they're getting stronger. I'm becoming stronger as an artist, as a manager, as a director, as a creative director, as an auditor, because that audit of the website, and there's some things like I had to look at and say, you know what? Nope, toss it. Nope, I'll use that for something else. Like I have to go in with that eye of an auditor and not the artist, because I could allow emotions to be like, oh, but I worked so hard on that. I can't believe we're not going to put that to market. No, friend. As a consumer, you have to think of all of it. So those are developing roots in each area, in each arena, that are getting stronger, that are going down. We as people only see fruit. But see, that's not how God operates. God watches roots. Stay planted long enough. There's been times where I want to rush. There's been times where I'm like, why can't I just skip these steps? Or why is this taking so long? But in actuality, I couldn't have handled all of what I'm doing right now 6 months ago. Don't confuse movement with progress. Sometimes the most beneficial thing you can actually do all week is stay exactly where God told you to be. Where have I been tempted to leave too soon? My business. Have I seen fruit? Not necessarily. But I'm coming up. I'm building structure. I am building consistency in myself, stretching more. I've made executive decisions quicker than being stagnant. I am coming to the table reads with actually, this is what I see, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm thinking, this is what this shows, this is what I'm going to implement, versus, I don't know, I'm waiting on God to answer. And God wants you to come with something. He doesn't necessarily want you just to be waiting on him. He needs something to work with. He's saying, I need you to put some sweat, some equity in the game. Put some skin in the game. Like, what we doing here, Willis? And when you do those things and he's like, okay, I like where you're going. Give her a little more. I like what she's thinking. Ooh, let's pull back a little. So it's in those things that I've noticed a difference and I'm growing in. Has staying consistent quietly changed me? It's changed me in a sense of I'm more amped to stay consistent in other things, which means being in health-wise. I've been a gym. I can go, but actually not allowing it to take over and balance into my life, making sure that I'm listening to my body, making sure that if I'm like, no, I don't want to go lift today. I don't want to go to a weight training class. I want to go for a walk. I want to actually go dance in Zumba, not saying, oh, I'm not going to burn as many calories. I'm actually being consistent and mindful of what my body is needing, when it's needing rest, when it's saying, hey, our shoulder is a little too sore still. Let's do this instead. It has also quietly changed me in being consistent in other things, actually getting up, showing up on time for my headquarters meeting, actually being consistent with pausing and spending active time with Hudson versus trying to do 50 million things and still be present with him and allow joy to come into my life, which was missing because I was always feeling like if I'm not doing something, then I'm falling behind. This week, before you quit, before you pivot, before you assume nothing is happening, ask yourself, am I actually stuck or am I being established? Stay planted long enough to actually become who the assignment requires. I will see you guys Wednesday at Pep Rally Wednesday. Bye, good people.